I'm a retired nurse practitioner, a former educator, and now the author of a soon to be published memoir about a 14-year-old single mom with the desire to become a nurse. It is a picture of my life from a very young age with the theme of healing and resilience in overcoming trauma and adversity. And on top of that, at the conclusion of my memoir, in the last couple years of my mother's life, I found out I was put in an orphanage at birth. She retrieved me the week before I turned 6 months old. She almost didn't make it. And then she couldn't take care of me, so she put me in foster care. And I did end up in foster care one other time as a single mom with a baby. So I've gone through a lot, and I felt a calling to kind of share my story because it has a good ending. It has been determined to be one of the most important public health messages of our time. Mm-hmm. And his work over time influenced me as a nurse practitioner and helped me in my own healing journey to realize it wasn't what was wrong with me, it was what had happened to me. It's very common. It was recognized through a huge Kaiser Permanente study. And this was primarily white, middle-class, educated people. And it was a shock. And doctors didn't want to talk about it. It was difficult to ask those personal questions.
But I didn't understand how minimally invasive this is. And if I wouldn't have been I was so skeptical, I would have had it done last year, and I would have avoided the time when I was like, I couldn't sit at my desk.
I think I could credit the COVID pandemic for having a huge influence in me writing the book, because I stepped back, took time out, bring positivity to the forefront for my colleagues. I know they were struggling. So those two things kind of motivated me to write it. I just propose that you understand where your purpose comes from, mm-hmm. where you get your strength, and what your, I would say 30,000 sales within a month just to get it launched.
Mm-hmm. Well, you all have so much responsibility, and I think a lot of folks don't recognize that doctors don't do it all. They do part of the work, but that you do a big portion of it. And I mean, it's the know, like, trust. That has not diminished in any way, shape, or form. But we've got a lot of people who think they can game it. But I know, just from knowing you, you have such integrity that when people hear you speak, they know that it's coming from the heart, and that you have people's best interests at heart, so that you're not trying to tell them something that isn't true. And that's kind of what my bees method is about. It's really giving you a simple framework, and then you get to build it out. And I can support you to do that too.
Maybe there's other people like me, but that's kind of what I came up for my brand. Mm-hmm. Compassionate, grounded in real life experiences. And then I came up with a few taglines, color palettes, font, all that kind of stuff. And I'm trying to look at consistency across platforms. I'll have that on the website as well. Mm-hmm. But I guess you asked me, where do I need the help most? I would say my social media, Facebook page has been a personal one. And I only have about 400 to 500 friends on it. And mostly they're professional friends.
You're going to do stuff. You're going to try stuff, and it maybe isn't perfect, but better that you get your face out there, that you make connections. They are literally invisible. And because so many books are produced every year, if you're not findable, two things that I do whenever I hear about a new author. Go and see if I can find their website. It's the same package in each of those locations. But if I'm looking for it in my cleaning supplies, I don't have to go over to the cooking aisle. It's in the cleaning supplies. If I'm looking to brush my teeth, It's right there. Yeah.
You can create a new something. You've really shown that, Judy.
Oh.
Your enthusiasm and your passion for what you do, it's inspiring.
Similar, but not the same quality of the recording. It just doesn't. I mean, you've worked now, Debra, you've worked with a hybrid publisher, you've worked with a designer, you've worked with an editor, maybe more than one editor. And don't you feel like that experience made it for, made the product a richer and better product?
Judy, the end of my book, the summary is healing is a daily reciprocal giving and taking. We never heal without giving up and taking on our gifts, our talents, our resources. It could be kind words. It's a continuous daily cycle. It's not an end point. And so this is a classic example.